that's not why we're here today. So you've got somebody and they want to come in and they want to become a member at your gym. What do you actually do with that person? So the easiest thing that you can do is you can offer them. Today, I'm going to show you the easiest way to get new gym members in a way that doesn't feel salesy, doesn't feel gross or pressury, and makes it really easy for people to sign up and say yes, but also makes it a no-brainer for them to stay. So what is this? Well, we call this the Netflix close, but I'm going to get there a little bit later in the video. I want to start a little bit back on the beginning about how these people actually get to your gym, because ultimately it matters. So you've got a gym, a business that exists, of course, and you've got some kind of a funnel where traffic comes to find you. Whether you know it or not, you do have a funnel. Maybe it's a website that doesn't have, a great way for them to contact you or text you, or maybe it's walk by traffic or whatever it is. You have a way that people get in touch with you. And so the first thing, of course, would be to optimize that. Make sure you have good tech, a website that makes it clear what people need to do, automations that get in touch with people right away, and the way to contact them and book them in to actually show up and try a class or do a consult or whatever that thing is. So that's another problem to solve for another video. But I just want to make you aware that a lot of gyms, CrossFit gyms, boutique gyms, et cetera, they actually have a lot of traffic in their area that would want to become a member, but they don't know they exist. And it's actually not that easy to find them and do business with them. So make sure that you have a good system set up in place for that. I might know a guy who has systems that'll do that for you. But that's not why we're here today. So you've got somebody and they want to come in and they want to become a member at your gym. What do you actually do with that person? So the easiest thing that you can do is you can offer them a free trial class. Now, there are a couple of schools of thoughts here, but really here's the way I think about it. Tier 1 is going to be the free trial class into membership. That's going to be the easiest, lowest resistance sale possible. Now, even if this is all you're doing and you do a really good job at delivering a great service, your gym can still absolutely grow doing this. There, of course, are more ways to deliver more service, get better results, make more money, and there's a few steps up the ladder. But this is the easiest, and if you don't have a process in place, I recommend you start here at a minimum. So you're getting people in for a free trial class. Now, you want to make sure they come in 10 minutes early and have 10 or 15 minutes on the back end. So don't schedule them for an hour, schedule them for a 90-minute block. So it's expected. You're not going to come in and just rip out of here, take the free class and say, don't say goodbye. It's like, no, we're going to spend a little bit of time together, getting to know you, introducing you to the coach, et cetera, et cetera. And then on the back end, you're going to come back in and I'm going to walk you through this process. So they take the class, of course. And as a side note, make sure that you are delivering workout programs, workout programming, that's simple and that's approachable. As much as a CrossFit dude for, well over a decade, I like the technical stuff. People need options and it scares them. At first, they don't understand that they can baby step into things. So my recommendation is to make sure you have something that's super stupid, simple, and you have it every day of the week. You don't want to limit your options to only doing complex things or high volume things or heavy volume things when you want new people to come in, because when do you want new members? All the time, right? So give yourself a chance to get new members all the time by keeping your programming simple. Okay, so that person's in front of you, you've introduced them, they've done the class. Now the magic really happens at the back end of the class. You let the person cool down and you shoot the breeze with the class, get a sense of the community, get their debrief, et cetera, and then afterwards they have all the good workout, good vibe chemicals running through their body, right? Sort of like a runner's high. But after a CrossFit class or whatever fitness class, it doesn't matter. F45, Orange Theory, BJJ, like it's all the same. And you say, hey, that class was awesome, wasn't it? Wait for a reply. Yeah, totally. Cool. I'm so glad that you liked it. Well, hey, I wanted to make a special offer to you just for today. Is that cool? Yes, of course. Tell me more about it. Well, I actually have a week free pass I'd like to give to you today. And it allows you to come in and take as many classes as you want for the next week free. Now, after the week's up, you're just going to continue on to one of these two membership options, and we're going to get you signed up today, right? So I want you to pick between option A or option B. We'll get all your information in the system. That way I don't have to chase you. And if for any reason you don't want to continue on, you just call, text, or email us, and there's no charge whatsoever. Sound fair? Do you want A or B? Boom, right? So a couple of different things I did in that close or that pitch, if you will. One is I went with an A/B option, right? At the end, I did loop around to sound fair, but I wouldn't do that really, because a conversation with a real person is easier than a conversation with myself. Anyway, it would be, what do you want, A or B? And so I would offer that person 3 sessions a week or 5 sessions a week, right? Or whatever the two are. Don't cloud your menu with a ton of stuff. And this is the advantage/disadvantage of this offer, is that it is so simple and so easy. You're only going to get a moderate, front end sale. You're going to get, your $200 a month membership off the front end. You're not going to get a $600, $1,000, $2,000 package and beyond, because this is so basically like a non-sale sale, right? So that's kind of the big disadvantage. And you'll have to work people up the value ladder, eventually, getting them supplements and nutrition and personal training and all that stuff over time. But hey, having a bigger core member base that's increasing your monthly recurring revenue, never a bad thing. And if you don't have a process in place, this is where I'd start, especially if you're someone who doesn't see sales as service yet. You don't see yourself as an advocate for the prospect or the customer to come in who really wants them to make that change for themselves, and you think that sales is icky. This is a good place to start to break down some of those beliefs for yourself, because if you can't sell, you can't serve. So we need to start somewhere. So basically, you give them the A/B option. Do you want A or do you want B? Okay, perfect. Let's get you in the system. And to be clear, you don't charge them that day. They get the 7-day free trial. And if they come back for even one class, they are very likely to sign up and stay for your services. And you just let them out easy. There's, hey, if you want to cancel anytime before it's up, you can call, text, or email us, and we'll cancel it, no charge. The reason we get your information now is I don't want to have to chase you. And that's just a point of true honesty with people. I don't want to have to chase them, because they'll say they want to sign up, and then something will happen, and they'll get busy, blah, 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 and it won't happen. But if we get that out of the way, they basically make their buying decision that day. They're now in a position of trying to talk themselves into staying. Can I get the value out of this? How good do I feel? Where do I see myself in 6 months? Et cetera, versus trying to talk themselves out of it. So this really checks a lot of boxes off the bat and makes it really easy for that person mentally to cross some hurdles. It makes it easy for you administratively, because you've already made the sale. You just are hoping that, that person comes back. And so that is the next bit, is you make sure you schedule their next class right then and there. You never leave it up to them or some ambiguous, like, we'll see you later. It's like, hey, you know what? I looked at the workouts this week, and Wednesday is going to be perfect for you, right? Or, hey, when are you available? Are you available next Wednesday or Thursday? Great. What time? This time of that time? Okay, awesome. I'll register for you for class. Just a heads up, if you're not able to make it for some reason, give us a 12-hour notice, blah, blah, blah. I mean, honestly, don't even see that. Just make sure that you book them in. And so they're going to come back. They know when, you know when, and that's it. Now, when I threw in that sounds fair thing earlier, basically that's something that I would, not as I suppose you could call it an objection handle. But if someone's like, well, why do you need my credit card information? Oh, okay. Well, it's because I don't want to have to chase you down to get that information afterwards. I just want to get you in the system now so you can enjoy your free week and not think about it and just continue on your membership. Sound fair? And that would be the way that I would get over that. So that's basically the way to do it. This is also a really good way to reactivate your old prospects. So prospects could be leads that never signed up, or more likely former members who, life got busy, life happened, whatever, have been out of routine, out of the gym for a while. You can send an email to these people as a reactivation campaign. I don't know why I'm doing air quotes, but I would do that once a quarter and say, hey, we'd love to extend you a free week. Blah, blah, blah. Come on in. Now, little technical caveat notes here and stuff. When someone comes in for a free trial class, we don't tell them it's going to be a free week. We over deliver. We surprise and delight them with a free week, which ingratiates them, right? Humans hate that feeling of being in debt, right? It's the rule of reciprocity. I give you a bottle of water when you walk into my office, you sign up for a multi-$1,000 personal training package. It just works that way. I give you a free week, you become a gym member. It's people like to have that even balance of giving. I think it's just in our DNA. So that's a big rule of thumb. Free trial class, and then you offer them a free week, they're going to be really excited. But a prospect reactivation campaign, somebody that's already been in, that person I would offer a week to immediately. I'm going down a little bit of a sidetrack there, but there are so many ways that you can optimize these different offers and pathways and et cetera, to grow your gym and really make yourself established and profitable, and ultimately into a sellable gym. It's hard for me not to talk about all of them. But the quick recap is, somebody comes in for a free trial class. You make sure they come in 10 minutes early to get comfortable and cozy and situated. You make sure they stay 10 or 15 minutes late. You make them the Netflix close, and you can even explain it as like, hey, this is just like Netflix. When you signed up, you got 28 days for free. You put in your payment information, and if you love it, you stayed, and if you didn't, you canceled. This is exactly the same thing, except that we're going to do a week of classes. Boom, which membership would you like? So that's it. It's a non-sale sale. One of the best parts of this as well is your coaches can do it. Most CrossFit gyms, and this is CrossFit gym specific, because my first job in the fitness industry way back when was at Gold's Gym, and we certainly were taught how to sell on the floor. I went to Gold's Gym University. Sorry to brag there, but most CrossFit gyms and a lot of boutique gyms, strength gyms, BJJ gyms, whatever they are the art first and the community first and all these other things, and sales second and sales last. And that could hurt them in the long run. So this is a great way to get yourself into it and to get your staff into it, because you're literally just saying, hey, do you want a free week? You give me the payment information and off we go. So I'd highly recommend implementing this in your business as the very bottom rung of your sales ladder. The next thing that I would do to level up your sales skill, your profitability, et cetera, is to offer a mid-ticket program. And I'm going to do another video on that in the future, but I just wanted to get this out to you to make sure that you have at least some system to get people into your gym, to make them an offer they would feel stupid saying no to if they're even remotely interested, and to get them to sign up to become members. So if you've gotten any value from this video, please hit that like button and send it to a gym owner that could use this kind of information to help grow, stabilize, et cetera, their gym. And we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.